Hello, hello, hello. It is my first day in Cusco. I'm outside the Religious Art Museum and I'm about to walk around this corner to some famous rocks. So let's walk there now. The 12 angled stone is an old example of perfect Incan architecture, and it used to be on the outside of an Incan palace. Now it looks like this along this street. So all the way down here you can see how perfectly they've been created, and you're allowed to touch them as well because it's in a public area. You can see some damage here as well. It's made of diorite rock. As far as I'm aware, only one of these rocks on this whole wall is actually referred to as the 12 angled rock, and I believe it's a bit further down, so I'm going to see if I can try and find it. The name Hatun Remiok is the name of the entire wall surrounding the Archbishop's palace. I'm presuming that this is the rock because lots of people are taking pictures next to it, and I'm just counting the sides: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There it is, the 12 angled stone. I've got the shot rather than queuing up. And now I'm going to be walking towards. I'm going the wrong way. Let's go backwards. This is the streets of Cusco, what it looks like. Now I'm coming down a very, what looks to be colourful street, and there should be an aqueduct down there. And there's some guy making noises behind me as well. This is the street I just walked down, quite a nice split off here with the house behind me. Lots of people taking pictures, and there's a llama down there as well. And this is what the, was that a mosquito? I haven't been bitten by a mosquito in a long while, got to keep an eye out. So this is what the little nice river looks like on the way up to Acuaduct Sapantamia. I may have to correct myself when I get up there. Sapantiana is how it should be pronounced. You can see a queue of people trying to get a picture. The Jesuits built this aqueduct in the 16th century using a combination of Spanish and Incan engineering to supply water from the mountains, and it was used also as a place for Andean water worship. But I think there is a board over here, and I will take a picture of the information on there, which may just be repeating what I'm saying. And on the opposite side of the aqueduct is the Sapantiana bare rock, not allowed entry, and there's some people there selling paintings or something. Now I'm going to be walking back down the aqueduct and uphill towards somewhere else. So I'm here now at the Christ statue. Now this isn't as impressive as the other Christ statues I've seen, the one in Rio de Janeiro and the one in the Cochabamba in Bolivia, the second tallest in the world. I think the tallest is in Asia somewhere, but nevertheless still impressive, and you get a view over Cusco here. And in the mountains, I'm not sure if my camera will be able to capture it, but there is a Viva el Peru sort of inscribed into the green mountains over there. Let me flip my camera around. So right in the middle of the shot, it says Viva el Peru. Very hard to see, but I think you actually probably will be able to see it. And this is the city of Cusco. I've been waiting here to try and get a picture. About 5 minutes after I'd sort of been hanging around, it turns out loads of them are on this red tour bus. Although I think there's more people turning up on a different tour bus now. Reasonably interestingly, from this Christ viewpoint, you can also see the Sacsayhuaman ruins over here. Now, I was considering going to these ruins before I saw the price of around £20 or $20, but you get a pretty good view from here. I'm not sure how far the ruins go, but you can see the old ancient walls there, so I presume you can walk around there, and then this is the main area. You can see lots of tourists, and then down here as well, this woman's selling sweet corn and cheese and water, but I'm not too interested in that. Now I'm going to be walking back down this way. There is some kind of animal, maybe I think a llama or some kind of derivative, eating some grass here. I'm now going into this forest. There's lots of local people, I presume they're cooking because there's lots of fires. And I'm glad I didn't carry on walking on the main road and I came through the park, because It's quite amazing, all these trees here, and you can see the city, probably in real life, maybe not on the camera, through these trees just about. And there's another archaeological ruins on this hill called Cochapata, which is where solstice ceremonies used to be held. The dodgy path here. We come under this fence, and I can nearly sort of slip out onto the main road with cars coming from around this corner. I'm around a 20-minute walk away from the Temple of the Moon. It seems to be some sort of mini camera crew here that have just arrived. I'm not sure what that's all about. And on this field, there's cows, sort of nice views, and people playing football as well. A bit strange, but I'm going to be walking through this field. I am nearly at the Temple of the Moon, but there is a very nicely laid out layer of what I believe is vicuña poo or llama poo. Maybe horse. Over here is a lake. I am here now at the Temple of the Moon, and it seems to be separated, I believe. This one seems to be more carved out with steps here, so I'm going to be walking up this one. And I've decided to come on this side because there's some women selling stuff over there, and I want to avoid the very slight chance that they'll charge me an entry fee. So I am now atop the Temple of the Moon in Cusco, and I believe these paths that you can see going through the mountains here are old ancient Inca trails.